Want to see how I turned this into this? The basic gist of this video is that I knew that I was going to be playing Trials on Friday at Reset with Frostbolt in PC lobbies, and that meant I needed to be ready to sweat since the pool on Fridays is pretty intense. So I started warming up a couple of hours before go time with a sweaty loadout, the Igneous Hammer Adept and the Reckless Endangerment, if you could consider that sweaty. I think you can, it's hand cannon shoddy. And I ended up getting stacked teams and teabaggers for days. But the good news is that we bounced back and we put them in their places. So first I matched this 3-stack in elimination while solo queuing. Normally that's an instant death sentence, and it sure looked like it was going to be that case when we started this match. They were all Gilded Flawless players who clearly take the game seriously, rocking Lord of Wolves and Invis and the works. Actually, 2 of these guys are 2200 plus elo in elimination and are among the top 300 elimination players globally across all platforms. And their Trials elo is even higher, upwards of 2700 in Diamond 3 tier. That's literally the cream of the crop. So you can imagine I wasn't too hopeful from the onset of this match, and they made sure to drop the bags and shoot my body plenty to let me know that I was out of my league. But a couple of rounds into the match, me and one of my blueberries, a gamer whose name I can't even read, we started sticking together, swapping in and out for each other, and coordinating our attacks. The 3-stack, they didn't know what hit them. Even though my elo in elimination is like 1,000 below their best player, and this teammate of mine was only 1,600 in comparison, we brought the game back 4-4, and the final round, this Warlock on my team, he trades with the guy on the 3-stack, and I immediately knew that my only hope of winning this match was to abandon my teammate who was, I don't want to be mean, but he's clearly out of his league, mismatched here, and instead, I rush to the Warlock, and I try to win the 1v1 on his body before the enemy can get the revive, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't give this hunter enough time to charge his fusion rifle, and instead I aped in on him, I got the kill, and then immediately got my teammate up. And with the overshield now in my favor, I aggressively met the final enemy at the door and promptly shoved the barrel of the shotty into his belly and pulled the trigger. Now, I never initiate teabags, and I rarely bag in retaliation. I try to be classy, but with this team, yeah, I was okay with giving a little bit of a payback bag as they quickly rushed to orbit to do the yield scoreboard dodge. But despite everything, we still managed to make their top 2 players go negative this match, with a quick adjustment to our playstyle and some good solid teamwork without a single word spoken. So Blueberry, if you're out there, GG. Thanks for stepping up with me and making this win happen. And Bean, owner of Butt, you may not have scored many kills, but you were a solid distraction and you never left the game, and for that, I thank you. Now let's move on to the quick play stackers. Yeah, they're a thing. This 5-stack in quick play was all too eager to drop the bags early in the match, but I ended up using this as an opportunity really to try to dial in my aggressive pushes, because I don't typically play a lot of AP shotgunning playstyles. So as the match opened up, I quickly pushed into the entire enemy team at the C flag, and as I came over that wall, I was met with 5 players, all invisible and buffed by an Omnioculus. So I quickly dashed to the side to avoid the slaughter and took out the lone Wormhusk Hunter on the right, dropped down low, and snagged a second kill before dashing back to cover and dropping a healing grenade and managing to pull out of the chaos with a couple of kills under my belt. Now, I figured that if I didn't do everything in my power to maintain zone advantage, then this match would probably get away from us pretty quickly. So I made it my goal to apply as much pressure as I possibly could on the B flag and rely on my teammates respawning to capture home flags as needed. So at one crucial point of the match, when the stack was starting to close the gap on us, I was able to turn a 17-point lead into a 31-point lead, which ultimately helped lead to our victory over the baggers. I dashed into B, I dropped the Well of Radiance, and I went to work. One enemy fired his tether into the well, and I was able to move around the pillar and finish him off. And then using a combination of dashes and the healing grenade, I went on a streak, dropping multiple opponents with my shotgun melee combo, while weaving in and out and around cover here around the B flag. The separation and the score gap that we made during those 45 seconds was enough to carry us ultimately to a decisive win over these butt clowns. And moving on to Nate. All my homies out there who watch Ted Lasso, they hate Nate, and rightfully so. Nate came in strong with the bags early in the match, shooting my body and attempting to establish dominance. Just like a dog often seeks out the biggest canine in the dog park and tries to mount it, right, to set themselves up as the new authority in town. But Nate's follow-through game, it was a little weak. And eventually, he put his tail between his legs and he dipped from the match to avoid the embarrassment of the scoreboard reveal just moments away. Now, Nate's downfall was his primary game, because for every one primary kill during that match, Nate had 7 shotgun kills. And his over-reliance on classy restoration in conjunction with his aggressive frame shotgun meant that he had no answer for a well-placed primary shot. I was able to win a couple of shotgun duels against him, but most of my kills on Nate here were with the hand cannon, keeping him at arm's length and relying on the fact that his primary shot didn't seem to be a strong suit. And that's how we managed to make him feel helpless enough to see himself out of this match after coming out strong with those bags and body shots. When people try to get under your skin in this game, it's best to keep a level head and take notes on their play style. Check the kill feed and see what they're getting kills with, so you know what they're most likely to be coming at you with. When you're engaging them, take a mental note about the exotic armor that they have on, what subclass they're running, and what their weapon loadout is. All of that information is going to help you make better decisions when you go toe-to-toe with them. And outthinking your opponent is the first step to outplaying them, and consistently outplaying them leads to moments of victory where you can send them scurrying. Now, this build did in fact end up serving me well in trials, as you can imagine, as me, Frostbolt, and Cool Guy made our way to the Lighthouse on Friday, and it was definitely a tough day, as Friday trials tends to be, but we had a blast, got our Lighthouse loot all the same. So GG's to all these teams. Even though they dropped the bags, I still consider all of this to be good fun and a good learning experience all around. So, thanks for tuning into the video today. If you're curious about the Igneous Hammer, just know that it has quick draw and moving target on it, as well as ricochet rounds, corkscrew rifling, and a ranged masterwork, and an adept stability mod to help mitigate incoming flinch. So thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing for additional Destiny 2 gameplay content. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.